I realize it might sound weird, yet one of the most captivating peculiarities of nature is the way that you can really entrance creatures. I'm not looking at playing a recording with positive insistences for your canine. Obviously, that is a thing. By creature entrancing, I mean prompting the condition of stability known as catalepsy, which is additionally seen in people in certain conditions of spellbinding. This is the way you make it happen. Chicken spellbinding. Handle a chicken by its neck and spot it in a level situation with its head level on a table. With chalk or a marker, define a boundary 2 feet straightforwardly out from snout and the eye is nearest to the surface. Cautiously eliminate your hands, and the chicken will stay unmoving in a daze. To stir the chicken, applaud uproariously and move its head away from the line. You can likewise allow it to rise up out of entrancing all alone. Unusually, assuming you spellbind a few chickens together and pass on them to stir all alone, they will stir together. Guinea pig spellbinding. To spellbind a guinea pig, turn it more than a couple of times, then lay it on its back. It will stay still. To stir the guinea pig from spellbinding, clean out on its nose and turn it onto its feet. Bunny spellbinding. Lay the bunny on its back, and part its ears with one hand so they are both laying level on the table. With the other hand hold the bunny's legs down to the table so it is totally loosened up on its back. Stand firm on it in this footing for around 30 seconds. Eliminate your hands cautiously, and the bunny will stay ready. To stir the bunny, clean out on its nose and push it onto its side. Pigeon entrancing. Grasp a pigeon and flip around it. Presently wave it this way and that all around, then, at that point, put it on the ground on its back. It will stay there. Applaud to stir the pigeon. Croc entrancing. Assuming you are adequately unfortunate to be on top of a gator, hold its jaws closed, turn it onto its back, and broaden its neck. However long the crocodile is topsy-turvy, it will stay still. To stir the crocodile, flip it back over onto its feet. Subsequent to rising up out of entrancing crocs will generally be significantly less loose than individuals, and might need to kill you. Frog and reptile entrancing. The crocodile technique likewise deals with reptiles and frogs. To mesmerize a reptile or a frog, set it on its back, keep it still for a couple of moments. Eliminate your hands, and it will stay still. To eliminate the spellbinding, flip it back, finished. Snake entrancing. However, they can detect vibrations. Snakes are hard of hearing. Cobras are not mesmerized by the snake charmer's music, however by the volatile developments of the instrument and the charmer. Lobster spellbinding. In all honesty, you can spellbind a lobster by standing it on its head, utilizing its paws to help it there. Hold it that way for a couple of seconds, and it will nod off. To stir the lobster, just put it in a difficult spot onto its legs. This is in certain cookbooks. Insect spellbinding. The female insects that kill their mates frequently spellbind the male into fixed status prior to mating by stroking its tummy. In the greater part of these models, the catalepsy is created in the creature by actual control, like constrained fixed status, development, or contact. This is typically an instinctual reaction. Since hunters can recognize development, freezing is an intrinsic endurance system. As a rule, an unexpected dread or shock can prompt specific creatures, including people, to have a passing bluff, or to freeze. A few hypotheses state that spellbinding in people sets off this crude reaction when the methodology requests such an excess of center that the remainder of the climate is decreased or disposed of. However, probably the earliest Oriental techniques for spellbinding utilized an uproarious gong to stun the individual into daze. Current hypnotherapy utilizes actual unwinding and the emblematic implications of words to restrict the consideration and center the brain. As a last note, one fascinating contrast between entrancing with regards to people and creatures is that monotonous spellbinding declines helplessness to future spellbinding in creatures, however increments vulnerability in people. People will generally dive increasingly deep into daze with rehashed spellbinding, then level at a specific profundity intended for them. So presently it is the right time to try. Does anybody has at least some idea where I can track down a chicken in New York City?